the first one is quick. The second is not that quick. The first one is about Syria. It's reported that Ambassador Tom Barak is going to chair a security meeting between between Israel and Syria. Is this to avoid the scenario we seen last week? Can you elaborate on this potential meeting between them?
Well, what I can tell you is that all parties have reached a cessation of hostilities. We are calling on the Syrian government to lead on the next steps and hold all perpetrators of violence accountable for their actions. The United States government supports Syria's national unity and a peaceful and inclusive resolution with its minority constituents. I did speak with the Secretary briefly, actually just before coming up here, which is why I was a little bit late. But he expressed his optimism regarding the current situation, that there the Syrian government agreed to a boundary to not go into the Soweto area, but that there would be a boundary to make sure that jihadists were also not going in, to maintain some part of the peace, if you will. And he was enthusiastic about that was unfolding properly, and that everyone involved in the atrocities would be held accountable. And that could include people who also may be affiliated with the Syrian government. Obviously a good opportunity for them to show their commitment to what needs to be achieved there.
Yes. Caroline, your colleague said that President Trump, and I want to quote him just to be precise, she said that President Trump hated seeing pictures of starvation of women and children trying desperately to get to the aid. He wants to see it done in a peaceful manner. As you know, there's 1,000 people have been killed around the food distribution center. So how can the State Department or the administration fulfill the president's statement of what he said now to make sure that the food amount is increased more than the 80 million that you mentioned to us before, and to make sure that people are secure and not killed while they're trying to get the food?
Right, that is clearly our North Star. It is the thing that is uppermost in mind for the president, to still get peace so that these issues are no longer issues. Also, in my conversation with the Secretary, he has noted that Special Envoy Witkoff is heading to the region now, to the Gaza area, and we all have, as the President and the Secretary and the Envoy, a strong hope that we will come forward with another ceasefire, as well as a humanitarian corridor for aid to flow, that both sides have in fact agreed to this. So we are looking forward to that arrangement and to a possible framework, again, regarding a ceasefire. Remember, we had one before, which Hamas broke. But what the Secretary indicated was, again, an aid corridor that needs to be set up, that both sides have agreed to, that the humanitarian situation, of course, has been a main focus of what our concern has been, obviously. And so I'm hoping, as I mentioned to some of you earlier in the day in our conversation, that each day has the potential to have this be better. We're working on it constantly. And so I would suggest that we might have some good news, but again, as we know, this can be constantly a changing dynamic. Right.